The Great Unraveling, the Late Bronze Age collapse. The zenith of the Sun Kings. History is often a slow crawl, a gradual shifting of borders and beliefs. But every few millennia, the world doesn't just change, it breaks. Imagine a world more connected than any that would exist for the next 3,000 years. A world where a merchant in Greece could drink from a cup made in Crete, filled with wine from Canaan, while wearing jewelry crafted from Afghan lapis lazuli. This was the Late Bronze Age, the first truly globalized era of human civilization. Great kings who called each other brother ruled over empires that seemed eternal. The pharaohs of Egypt, the golden kings of Mycenae, the Hittite lords of Anatolia, the Kassite kings of Babylon, and the rising power of Assyria. These were the masters of the known world. In the year 1250 BC, these powers had reached a level of sophistication that was almost modern. They had massive bureaucracies, international treaties, and high-speed chariot warfare. They believed they had mastered the earth. They believed their gods had secured their thrones forever. But they were living in a house of cards, built on a foundation of fragile trade and a climate that was about to turn. By 1177 BC, the Mediterranean was screaming. Cities that had stood for centuries were reduced to ash in a matter of weeks. Trade routes went silent. Writing itself, the very art of recording thought, was forgotten in the chaos. When the smoke finally cleared, the map of the world had been wiped clean. The bronze web and the palace economy. To understand the collapse, we must first understand the height. The 13th century BC was defined by the Great Powers Club. This was an exclusive group of monarchs who maintained a sophisticated balance of power. They did not just trade goods, they traded culture. We know this because of the Amarna letters, a treasure trove of diplomatic correspondence found in Egypt. These clay tablets reveal a world of high-stakes diplomacy, where kings complained about the quality of gold sent as gifts, or negotiated the marriage of princesses to cement alliances. The heart of this world was the palace. Whether it was the sprawling complex of Knossos on Crete, the lion-gated fortress of Mycenae, or the massive mud-brick archives of Hattusa, the palace was the central processing unit of society. Because money as we know it did not exist, these empires operated on a redistributive economy. Every grain of wheat, every jar of olive oil, and every fleece of wool produced by the peasantry was brought to the palace.